So here's my final project, the Hangman. The most tricky part of this whole program would be this section. It was kind of complicated, but I'll get to it later. At first I had to import random for the random module later on. And this is my first attempt on it. And you can see I had very bad format. And well, off this, I had to basically format an image of the Hangman. Right here. This is just a basic, simple variable assignment, but I didn't know it very well before until now. It's a combination of multiple lines, multi-line, and a list. And well, at first I didn't really use it, as you can see. I tried to use it on multiple lines, but I messed up. It was just bad formatting for me, so much trouble. The list was a really good way for me to store the picture, so I can recall it later on when if the user gets a misguessed letter. I had to use the lower and split methods for these words. This is my words right here. I didn't use a dictionary. After I import, this is my first function, the random wording. After I imported random, I was able to use this, which is simple. I remember the arguments in this function are separated by commas. So the first argument is 0, and the second argument would be the length of the word list minus 1. As you can see right here. You could tell this is not a quiet place. Sorry about the noise. My next function would be the board, the display board for the user right here. It'll consist of 4 parameters. One would be the Hangman variable, which has a list of the multiple line strings, and will display the board as we can always pass through the Hangman variable through the arguments. This is the misspelled or missed letters, excuse me. This is a string made of letters that the player has to guess if it's not in the, after he guessed and it's not in the secret word. These are the correct letters, and here's the secret word. The numbers of the letters in the misspelled will basically tell us how many incorrect guesses the player has made. I used the length of the misspelled to find out this number. The number can also be used as the index to the Hangman pick. The next function would be the guess, or guess and already guessed inside the arguments. and this will return the letter the player has entered. Yada yada. It'll keep asking the player to guess again if he's whether he guessed it right or wrong. It'll just keep asking him to guess until he gets the secret word or he's all out of guesses. Because of my list has 7 sections, so the user would have about 7 guesses. If the guess is not if the guess is not a letter, it will ask the user to re-enter it without using any of his guesses. Again, right here, if it's not equal to 1, if the guess is not equal to 1, it will ask them to repeat it. Meaning, if it's more than 1 letter, it will ask it to repeat. It will ask the user to enter a single letter at a time. And if he's already guessed it, if the guess is already guessed, it'll tell the user that he or she already has guessed that letter and needs to re-guess again. This is my last function. Actually, this is my 4th function. And this function basically will just ask the user if he wants to or she wants to play another round of Hangman. This function returns true if the player says yes, and it will return false if he doesn't or she doesn't. The last one's my main function, my main, which is right here. It'll just have basically it's with the main is the same as my play again, which is it runs the whole deal. Here's if the game is done for the guest. Excuse me. So here's my flow chart showing the big screen. There it is. So you can see I start here. The game will start. I mean the program will run. It'll get a random word, and it will display the board where it asks the user to enter a letter to guess, and it'll display the Hangman, and it'll show the misspelled letters and the guesses, the already guessed. Oh, actually, yeah. So here's the user's guesses letter right here, and if it's already been guessed, it will tell it to choose again. So it'll just keep repeating it. And if it's wrong, it'll ask it again, and if it's wrong again, it'll ask again until that 7th time. If all the guesses are wrong, the user will lose. And if it's not a letter, it'll ask the user to return again. If it's not a letter, or just any letter, it'll repeat again. And if it's correct letter in the secret word, it'll continue from here. But it should repeat again, and it'll keep going until all the letters are guessed. And if all the letters are guessed, the player wins. And it will ask the player who wants to play again whether he loses or wins. It'll ask the player again. If he says no or she says no, it'll break off from there. But if the player wants to play again, it'll get a new word and begin all over again from there. Sorry about that. So now let's just get some sample runs on this. Let's see. It's F5. Alright. So you can see right here. Here's my whole section. Here's Hangman. Here's the missed Here's the missed letters. Here's the guesses. It tells you to guess a letter. Here's the amount that's in the secret word. But you'll still have 7 tries because of the list that this list right here, because if it's 7. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right here. It will not be, yeah, right there. This is it. So let's guess. J. Oh, sorry. Let's try that again. J. So you can see I got it wrong. So it tells you missed letters. M. Also, oh, there's a correct M, and it's in there. You can see. I can already probably guess what the word is. Let's say S. There it is, the S. As you can see, there's nothing changing. But let's say Z, and it changes. It goes to the next list. Let's go to O. Again, T. There you go. A. They're okay. So how about the user puts 1? It says a letter is needed. Please enter a letter. It recognizes it. Python's cool. How about a comma? Enter a letter. How about just space? Enter a letter. So let's finish this guess with L, which is Selma, the last one. And it says, yes, the secret word is Selma. You have won. Do you want to play again? And I wish to play again. But in my program, I made it recognize just the Y. But you know, people can say yes. So I say, let's just say yes. So Hangman again. Now let's go through a wrong path. Let's go to the. Let's try to get everything wrong. I. Oh, I is correct. Q. W. E. A. S. D. Oh, you have run out of guesses. You can see after 7 guesses and 1 correct guess, I forgot to tell you, it will still display the correct guesses that you have gotten. The word is Ziggy. Do you wish to play again? And I wish to play again. Yes. And you have been hung. Sad. Okay, so let's say this is the last section of the sample. J, A, S, E. How about more than letters? Single. You may only enter a single letter at a time. How about if I say J because I already clicked J and I forgot about it? Let's say J. Oh, the letter has already been chosen. Please choose again. Python recognizes it. The game recognizes it. The program recognizes it. So that is my sample, and that's my Hangman. And that's it. That's all I can do. So that's my whole program right here, and that's it. My name is Kunil Jamal, signing off.